The silence at the Atacama Observatory had always been sacred, a pure crystalline emptiness. But lately it had curdled. Dr. Aris Thorne felt it in his teeth, a silence that wasn't empty but held. The held breath of a predator. His work, once a passion, now felt like poking a sleeping god. It started subtly. Ghostly signals on the radio telescope, ephemeral data threads that vanished when he tried to pin them down. Then came the dust, a fine iridescent powder on the dome's exterior, shimmering with colors that had no business existing under an earthly sun. His colleagues dismissed it as high-altitude particles, his phantom signals as equipment fatigue. But Aris knew better. He was walking on eggshells around a truth too vast for his ordered world. Sleep became a foreign country. He'd stare at the star charts, his mind a fever swamp of paranoia, convinced the constellations were no longer fixed. Cygnus seemed to have shifted a fraction of a degree, a cosmic impossibility that screamed at him from the void. Then he heard it, not a sound but a vibration in his marrow, a low thrum harmonizing with his mounting dread. It was the universe humming a tune he was never meant to hear. The breaking point came on a moonless Tuesday. Peering through the main lens, Aris felt a pressure build behind his eyes. The pinpricks of light didn't just twinkle, they coalesced. The stars swirled, pulling together like iron filings to an unseen magnet, forming a shape that defied Euclidean geometry. It was an eye, vast and multifaceted, crafted from burning suns and cold, dead space. It wasn't looking at the observatory. It was looking through it, directly into his terrified brain. It showed him things not as images, but pure, raw concepts, the silent, screaming birth of realities, the taste of devoured light, and the crushing, absolute indifference of its own existence. He was less than an insect, a chemical reaction on a damp stone it had barely noticed. The vision shattered, leaving Aris gasping on the observatory floor, the cold tile a welcome anchor to a reality he no longer trusted. The stars outside were placid, back in their proper, foolish places. But the hum in his bones remained, a constant companion. He glanced at his hand, seeing faint geometric patterns of constellations traced in his veins. He was no longer a man looking at the stars. He was a window through which they now looked back, and they were patient.